Hey everybody, this is Keith from Notes for Hope. Join us on September 9th at the Underground in Park Hills. We've got a full day's lineup. We've got Degenerate and Deezyman, Why, Skylines the Limit, At My Worst, Juge, Party Crashers, King and Vagabonds, Holding Ground, The Doubted, and me, Keith Hafner.
You can buy tickets in advance for $10 or it's $12 at the door. Come see us or visit our website at notesforhope.net.
This is an all-ages event, so bring the whole family out.
Upon your down days, I left in the right way to start again. Now watch me rise up and leave all the ashes.
Hi, and welcome to the Barn Podcast, live from the Barn Studio. You got the Mox here with Justin. Justin, how are you, man?
What's going on?
Have some special guests in the house tonight. We're really excited about Notes for Hope, the show coming up at Park Hills Underground. We're going to get into that. But we have Keith Hafner, president, Tiffany Hafner, co-founder and curator, and Amber Dane, director of sponsorship. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
It's good to have you guys.
I know a lot of people in this area are familiar with it. I was not until recently, but once it sort of came across my radar, I absolutely fell in love with what you guys are doing. That's why we invited you here, connected with you, and just we're going to be a little small part of your event this coming September
9th.
September 9th, and we're excited about it.
We are excited to have you guys on, partners, helping us out. Like this is huge. So we definitely appreciate that. And excited to be here and talk about it.
Yeah, and this is the 8th Notes for Hope, right?
It is, yep, the 8th year. Back in 2014, I think we took 2 years off. So, but yeah, excited to be back for the 8th. This is the third one in a row that'll be in Park Hills, obviously in a different spot this time, but glad to keep it more local again. So
it is the 8th Notes for Hope, Saturday, September 9th. Doors open at noon. It's an all-day event.
Yes, it is.
A lot of bands, a lot of different unique acts, and all bringing awareness to mental health, which is a great cause. And I love the pairing of, I'm a little biased here because it's my field. I am a therapist, so mental health's kind of my, one of my passions. But I would say one of my other passions, other than my family, of course, is music. And pairing those two up, man, I was like, right. Yeah, this is great. We want to be a part of this.
We're excited.
And then Justin from the Barn here, actually, you was helping, I think maybe last year or arranged.
So I kind of helped Keith get in touch with Jason with the Ashler, which it was the All Occasions Hall last year. Yeah, that was pretty neat. And then of course I've played some of the old ones and stuff.
You were in the first couple, right?
I think I've worked the door one year too, when it was at like Long Hall. Yeah. So I mean I've been in and out helping you out every time, like ever since the beginning. So
for sure.
Yeah. So when I came across it, or somebody reached out to me, I sent it to Justin. I said, "Hey, have you ever heard of this?" And he's like, "Yeah, dumbass."
Pretty much. It was kind of like,
yeah, I've heard of it. How out of touch are you? So I'm grateful and I'm happy that we're going to be again a small part of it. I also know that Beyond FM, you guys are going to be going up to Pops and doing an interview this week to help promote the event as well.
Yes, sir. On Beyond FM Live.
Yeah, we'll be up there tomorrow.
Yep.
Shout out Tony. He does amazing, awesome things. At My Worst, Party Crashers, The Doubted, Kings and Vagabonds. Why?
Why?
Just
why?
Why?
Skylines the Limit, Degenerate X Deezyman.
Deezyman.
Holding Ground, Juju's. A lot of tough pronunciations. And then you're actually playing the show yourself too.
I am, yeah. I'll be playing some acoustic stuff from both my projects.
Yeah, and he played it at Unplugged Summer just a little over a week ago, and it was a great set.
I heard the show went really well.
It did go really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sponsored that one, so
yeah.
Better it went well.
I happened to be out of town, so I missed that one, but we're really excited for this. $10 in advance, $12 day of show. Like I said, it starts at 12 p.m. Your website, notesforhope.net.
That's it.
That's where they can find out more information about the cause?
Yep, there's all sorts of information on there, and then, you can keep up. We try to keep up with it and add more stuff for the bands that play and things like that. And then also, if you want to donate, it's there too, and it's Notes for Hope spelled out. I know we usually use the 4, but the website is notesforhope.net.
What are some of the future plans for Notes for Hope? Would you like to expand and grow and bring others involved, get more people involved?
We definitely want to reach out to the community and be more involved in the community. The more we spread the word about this, the more we're going to help people. One goal for me in particular is to get into the schools, for middle schools. I think that the childhood suicide has definitely been on the rise, and it's something that is very real in this area. We've lost more kids than we should at a very young age to suicide. It's something that, I talk regularly with my children, and I think that every parent needs to. I know going through school is hard enough for us. I couldn't imagine kids nowadays. They have more to worry about than what we did with social media and the bullying and things that they deal with. I think that's really important, and they need access to any information and resources that they can.
I strongly fit with that because my suicide attempt was in high school. So,
yes. And when Keith brought Notes for Hope to me, it was I lost my mom to suicide, and Keith he never let me get depressed, or he was dragging me to a concert 3-4 times a week, and without that music and without him, I don't think I would have survived what I went through.
I can't speak for everybody, but music heals, right?
Yes.
Would you guys agree?
My whole life.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and I agree with you too. And a lot of the experts say, it's a tough subject to talk about, but I would say one of the most important ones, and we can't shy away from those words that are maybe tough to say sometimes. We have to say the word suicide. We have to say kill, right? These are definite things, and kids need to understand those things. So the more we talk about it, the less it does become a little, I don't want to talk about that, or maybe even taboo. It needs to be talked about more, because one of the most dangerous things is when you're not talking about those feelings, and they internalize, and they can grow, and they can become more dangerous. So I completely agree.
That's something. I think that, so many kids nowadays, it's such an easy thing for them to say, you should go home and kill yourself. You see that shared between teens and preteens all the time. I don't think they understand the seriousness of what they are doing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, really, the more we talk about it, the more we bring it up, the more awareness we spread about it, the better
it should honestly
is going to be.
It should honestly be a subject as much talked about in school as, filing your taxes, the drug talk, the sex talk. It should be just as important as the rest of them.
I'm not speaking for all schools. I'm not speaking for any school, but I did used to work in a school. I was a school counselor for many years, and I do think they're trying. They're getting better, but it is a lot. And I think they don't really know how to fully do it yet. Again, I'm not trying to talk for anybody. Just my perspective is they're trying to play catch up on something that I think mental health in general, and do not get me started on my soapbox, but mental health in general for decades, it's been underfunded. We're just now seeing, I think, the ramifications of many decades before us, not fully appreciating it like we do medical health. With medical health, you have a broken arm, you take it to the ER, nobody calls you soft or a wussy because you have a broken arm, and it's very apparent you have a broken arm. Mental health is just the same, and we need to treat it like we do medical health.
Exactly, and I kind of see things like BetterHelp as just as important as a gym membership or anything like that, because even if you don't necessarily think you have a problem, going to a therapist is almost like its own workout for your brain.
Absolutely.
You have to take care of your physical health with dieting, exercise, and things like that, but most people don't think you don't need to exercise your brain, but you really do.
Absolutely.
And things like that are just as coordinated.
Agree with all those things. That's true, and that's kind of why we want to get in like you said, the schools. Growing up, music was huge. As Amber said, we're at concerts all the time. Before that, and then, playing music has really helped me out a lot too. So, and that's something I want to make bigger, and I want it to be accessible for them in maybe their outlet, things like that, like kids. So the more shows we can do, the more, projects we can do that just bring them those things, or I know we talked about journals popping local CDs in there or something, because there was just nothing about just getting a new CD back in the day. I know nobody knows what that's like anymore, but just discovering bands and they're just down the road from you.
What do you
so cool?
What do you feel about in the future doing a Notes for Hope mixtape?
I have done that for a few years, and sometimes I don't get the songs from people, and that's probably me just not following up as much. But yeah, we tried it, and I think it's really cool, but we've never been able to physically print those because of just the money going into into the show, things like that, or we just didn't have any, because we used to just donate it all. So yeah, that would be something I would love to do. I know Brennan, who has helped us in the years past, had this like movie idea, like, you know, this. I don't know if you guys know, but the old skate trailers, you know, like you get a circa skate thing, and that, like, something like that would be so cool. But yeah, that takes it's something I would love to do. I would love to do so many things. Hey everybody, this is Keith from Notes for Hope. Join us on September 9th at the Underground in Park Hills. We've got a full day's lineup. We've got Degenerate and Deezyman, Why, Skylines the Limit, At My Worst, Juge, Party Crashers, King and Vagabonds, Holding Ground, The Doubted, and me, Keith Hafner.
You can buy tickets in advance for $10 or it's $12 at the door. Come see us or visit our website at notesforhope.net.
This is an all-ages event, so bring the whole family out.
Upon your down days, I left in the right way to start again. Now what's
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/thebarn. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/thebarn. And then Tiffany's here as well. Tiffany, I know you do a lot with Notes for Hope, obviously, but what's your responsibilities with Notes for Hope?
This year, my main focus is I'm bringing in some craft vendors because along with music, another form of art is actual art. Whether it be fine arts or crafting, that's also an outlet for a lot of people. So this year I'm bringing in some craft vendors. I do have a few I wanted to mention that have already signed up for it. We have J&B Accessories. They make like acrylic keychains. She does custom pins and things like that. We have Bumblefly Creations. They do like glass etching, koozies. They're doing back to school shirts right now. These are all people that are just finding a passion in creating in general. We also have Melinda with Bumblefly. She does body butters and sugar scrubs. And then we have one other one. Her name is Jukebox Jenny's, and she creates it is a really cool name. She creates kind of like the croc charms, but they're all custom. They're super cute. Cool. And she has an Etsy shop for that. But in the future, I would like to pull in more and more vendors for sure. Maybe even do like an art show. We've talked about pulling together an actual kind of like a live art piece where people can walk up and paint on a giant canvas or a big piece of plywood or something like that.
That'd be pretty cool.
We have tons of ideas. It's just getting it there.
Yeah.
And of course, getting those funds to put it together.
So we're a little over a month out from the event. Are vendors still able to be involved if they want to? Are sponsors able to be involved if they want to? Yes. We're still accepting some things. We're not closed up now, right?
It's not closed off. I would like to have at least 4 more vendors sign up. I have another one. I didn't want to mention her because she didn't get back with me a little while ago, but she creates really cool custom candies. And I would love to advertise the heck out of her, but again, I want her permission first. But yeah, we're open. I'm just charging $10 or $20 for a 10x10 spot. I would like the products that they have to be handcrafted or handmade. I don't want anything like reproduced or anything
Right.
like that. So, yeah, it's open if anybody wants to send us a message on the Notes for Hope Facebook page, or find me, Tiffany Hafner, on there and shoot me a message. I would love to sign somebody else up.
What about food? We're going to be there from noon on. We have some food trucks coming.
So this is your opportunity, food trucks. So I don't know if Amber's got anything there.
I do not have anything solid back from anybody. Some
kinda-
of them I'm looking at, they're still trying to figure out their end of summer plans.
Yeah.
So, and that being right around Labor Day.
Yeah, and Saturday's a busy day for them.
If you're
Usually,
trying
yeah.
to find somebody, yeah.
I think worst case, Amber is going to be at the grill just grilling up
Heck
hot
yeah.
dogs.
I'll talk to a couple.
But yeah, I've got a few just waiting for responses and seeing if they can do it. But yeah, we would love to have some food trucks there.
We've had food trucks in the past, and it worked out really well. We just were late in the game on getting them scheduled, and everybody's got their schedules are full
Yeah.
really quickly.
Right.
So.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this an inside event?
It is, but I think the craft's going to be outside, right?
Yeah, we're going to set the craft vendors up outside.
It's going to be happening in and out, I'm sure.
Notes for Hope, Saturday, September 9th, Park Hills Underground, great venue. We've all
Absolutely.
been there. Love
Yeah.
that. Love Jason, his staff there. At my worst, you're going to have to help me with some of these, Justin. At my worst, Party Crashers, The Doubted, our homies from Cape, Kings and Vagabonds, Why? Skylines the Limit, Degenerate, X, Deezyman, Holding Ground, all others, and more. And more is where I get. $10 advance, $12 day of show. Starts at 12 p.m. Speaking of mental health and mental health awareness, have people reached out to you guys? And if they do, what are some advice that you would give some people that were struggling with mental health issues?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Man, it's tough. I mean, there's nothing around that, but getting help, and most of us know it spreads further than us. So it's not just it doesn't just stop there, but it's okay. I think Hope for the Day has the best tagline, and the one that makes most sense is "It's okay to be okay," and that's
Absolutely.
that's basically
To not be okay.
Yeah, it's okay to not be okay.
That's it. That's
Said it's okay to be okay.
It is okay to be okay, but
Yeah, that
it's okay
too.
to not be okay.
Yeah.
Right. A question I have for you guys is, so you guys have chosen several locations in the past. What were some of those locations in the past, and what made you choose the Park Hills Underground this year?
Oh, well, when we started it, I wanted to just go back. Like there was the shows, Bobberino's, Long Haul, all these back in the day, and when we got Long Haul, and it was cheap too, which was pretty cool. But that's where we want to start. Wanting in a venue inside, and then we struggled the second year, so we were like, all right, and it's just me. But I was like, nobody cares around here. Well, we'll go to St. Louis. We can get. That's where the bands are playing anyway. And then we took the year off. I think instead we did like a Rock the Vote.
Yeah.
But and then we brought it back. I think it was Columbia Park, right?
Yeah.
We brought it
Yeah.
back. Columbia Park. COVID was when we brought it back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we did Cicero's one year too. Cicero's was great. But we wanted to get back in, especially just after. I think it was 2020 when we brought it back, right? And that was after my dad passed away, and I was like, we gotta bring it closer. And the park was really cool because it was like a one stage Warp Tour essentially. 'Cause
I remember that day. It was
Yes.
that was
you
a
just
good day.
have people, you got food out there, you got the bands, and it was just
The lemonade.
the lemonade was so good.
It was so good.
made me sick because it was so hot, and I drank so much of it, and then started to play. It was a bad idea. But like that's basically, and then that was cool in the park. But the underground opened, and they're trying to do something with music here, which is awesome to see a venue like just a regular venue, not just a bar.
Right.
And I think that's just I don't want to say a problem, but
We just come from a time where local shows was the thing to do. That was the outlet. So it was really exciting to see another local venue open up, and all these local bands can go in, and kids can see that. It's for all ages. So any age can walk in there and see their best friend on stage putting themselves out there. And it just
Exactly.
grows a bigger community of support even between everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then so having an event like yours at the underground is mutually beneficial for both parties as well as all the vendors
For
involved.
sure. Jason's doing a pretty cool thing there. Just it's a great place.
It's really cool to see all these musicians come out of the woodwork and come together and just show up. There's so many people that are so talented, so it's nice to see people step on stage and show us what they have.
Yeah, there's a lot of great talent right here in St. Francis County, and it's nice for them to have a spotlight to showcase that again in our local area.
Are the bands donating their time, volunteering their time?
Yeah, they do every year. That's what's been so cool too. Is like these bands they'll play. Like I know we've gotten them from it's not a quick haul from St. Louis to here really. When you got a band and equipment and things like that. I mean they'll come down here and play, and it's not a big deal. And I just think that's super cool too because they don't ask for anything, and it's just been really really neat watching that take everybody come together.
It's always really cool after like the music sets and stuff too, seeing over past years, and I mean myself included, actually being involved in the event too, not just the music side of it, but helping tear down, helping with whatever needs done, doors, stuff like that. And it's just cool seeing everybody work together for the cause like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I'm always a stressed mess that day, but it's like some of the best days. It's like it's just everybody's together. We're just enjoying music, and it's just cool. I know there's a lot of bands that have played their first show at Notes for Hope, and I think that's really cool too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, last year Y and Juge played their first show, and I mean they pretty well filled the underground not too long ago too, and I thought that was cool. Tom
Kid.
Kennedy of
Gil's Kid.
Yeah, Greg Gills.
Stone Gill.
So, played his first show there one year. Tom Kennedy of Atlas or whatever they are now. He played his first show there. He was still in high school. It's just really neat.
Yeah, actually, that was my first show.
Was that your first show?
I think so.
I think it might have been too. Yeah. No, because that's how we found you. We played a show. Just
At the old All Occasions.
Just stuff like that. It's just been so cool.
You mentioned kind of being stressed that day, and with some of the podcast stuff that we do, we've hosted some shows, so I know that feeling.
Yeah,
that's why I was surprised to see you actually performing on this show, because you must be more of a multitasker than I am. Because when we host shows, it seems like
I usually do double duty too. So typically, like this is I guess the second year the Cinema Story is not played. Like we usually at least play this show, but we are not this year. We usually close the night, and then I play my downswing and stuff during the day. So those two sets is where I'm the calmest.
Right.
But I'm just worried about the show up. If we're donating it, how much we're gonna have, and then if everybody's just having a good time, and the bands feel like it was worth their time to be here. I'm just everywhere. The one at the Columbia Park, I'm like, is it gonna rain? Is it gonna rain?
Mm-hmm.
And then me and Ralph slept in the building at Columbia Park that one year because we had it 2 days, and that was wild. I don't know if we'll do a 2-day again, but it was fun.
Make it a 3.
Shit, I would.
That's why the community needs to show up for Notes for Hope. Saturday, September 9th, Park Hills Underground, The Barn, Everest Counseling, all of our podcasts. Plan on being there. We do a lot of podcasts. We have country music and rock music and metal and all these things. When we first started, it was a little bit surprising to me how often mental health came up with the interviews that we were doing. Not by our doing, by the artist would bring it up about the album or the lyrical content or some of the themes of some of the albums. I just think those two worlds run, they cross paths quite a bit. But it was literally, I think, for the first 6 months, it felt like almost every interview that we did, mental health came up.
Music is the language for the soul.
Yeah, and I do think, a lot of people, again, use it as a way to cope. And, it's not the cure-all, fix-all, but if you can just find small avenues to make yourself feel better in a number of different ways, then through time, you hope, but you can heal from some of the past, things that maybe you've been through or you're going through.
Right.
So I just love that it always comes up. We're advocates here. Anytime it does, we try to champion people that put themselves out there. And those that don't, that's okay too. But there are people to talk to. There are hotlines and crisis lines and text lines even to reach out. So if you are struggling with some mental health, and you need some help, reach out to some people. Don't be afraid to. There's plenty of people out there willing to talk.
Agreed.
Us being one. Call me in the middle of the night. I don't care.
No, yeah, anytime. I'm not the best with words sometimes, and I don't know what to say, but like I'm there, you know.
That's the great thing about technology now is you don't have to wait for a doctor's appointment. You don't have to wait for them to get you in. There's so many online resources. There's, the text crisis line. You can text somebody, and it doesn't matter day, night, or what time it is. There's always a resource out there that people can reach out to and get help.
And behavioral health response out of St. Louis is crisis response, and they actually cover this community that we're in now. Wherever you're listening to this, we're in the Farmington area, Southeast Missouri area. So I don't know what it would be for you, but there is a national line. Does anybody have it offhand?
It just recently changed. I think it's like a 3-digit number now.
It is a 3-digit number.
Yeah, it's
I have it.
988.
988. All right, that's it.
I was like blanked on what to Google.
Thanks for having that readily available.
I'm on it.
Notes for Hope, Saturday, September 9th, Park Hills Underground. Whole bunch of bands, $10 advance, $12 a day a show, 12 p.m., all-day event. They can find more information at notesforhope.net. Whole family, bring the whole family. My kids will be there as well. So it is an all-ages event. Saturday, September 9th, Park Hills Underground, Park Hills, Missouri. Notes for Hope. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Keith from Notes for Hope. Join us on September 9th at the Underground in Park Hills. We've got a full day's lineup. We've got Degenerate and Deezyman, Why, Skylines the Limit, At My Worst, Juge, Party Crashers, King and Vagabonds, Holding Ground, The Doubted, and me, Keith Hafner.
You can buy tickets in advance for $10 or it's $12 at the door. Come see us or visit our website at notesforhope.net.
This is an all-ages event, so bring the whole family out.
Upon your down days, I left in the right way to start